message from the American Cancer Society.
From Lawrence Welk Village in Escondido, California, memories with Lawrence Welk.
You noticed that? Right in. Hello, friends. Welcome to our show. Many of you folks have told us that one of your favorite memories is listening to the music of the big bands. Well, this show is dedicated to the memory of one of the greatest band leaders of all time, Glen Miller. We first presented this tribute in 1974, and that was the year we all turned down the heat to save energy. Remember? But right now, let's go back to Glen Miller and the wonderful music of the big bands and see if you can remember where you were when you first heard some of these songs.
From Hollywood, the Lawrence Welk Network presents the big band sound of Lawrence Welk with a tribute to a famous band leader.
I'm sure many of you recognize this familiar theme song. Yes, the famous band leader we're saluting this evening is the great Glen Miller. It's been 30 years since this wonderful musician and his fine gentleman lost his life in the service of his country. But the Glen Miller sound still has a strong appeal to music lovers. This evening, we'll hear many of the songs made famous by Glen Miller. Right now, we'd like to play one of the original Miller Band arrangements, written by Jerry Gray. And here it is, The American Patrol. 1, 2. What a great arrangement by Jerry Graham. You folks might also like to know that Jerry is still going strong, and he's now leading his own band at the Fairmont Hotel in Dallas, Texas. Glenn Miller fans are sure to remember the fine singing group, the Modernaires. Gail Farrell and the Kurt Ramsey Quintet bring back a few memories.
A dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I've never known. You smiled, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven.
In the late 30s and early 40s, the youngsters did some pretty wild dancing to Glenn Miller's music. One of the tunes they danced to was In the Mood, and here it is featuring our own pair of Jitterbugs, Sissy and Bobby. Friends, listen to these words from the folks who make Tylenol.
Dorothy Santos, teacher, condition, tension headache.
My head is just throbbing. I really would like some aspirin right now to take.
Today we'd like you to try extra strength Tylenol. It works without aspirin.
I would have to try it and see if it would work.
Compare the levels of medicine in the leading pain relievers. You get more with extra strength Tylenol.
It just feels great. I just feel great. I don't have a headache. Extra strength Tylenol not only got rid of my headache, but also my aches and pains.
Extra strength Tylenol. You can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
Now here's a message for all denture wearers from a lady we all admire, Miss Martha Ray.
Paladin presents Martha Ray, comedienne, denture wearer.
Getting that big laugh takes something extra. And getting my denture sparkling clean takes something extra. Extra strength Paladin Green. Watch, tough lab stains. Now, extra strength Paladin. It's fantastic. Gets tough stains clean, even in between. So take it from a big mouth. Extra strength Paladin Green gets tough stains clean.
Here's a song recorded by Glen Miller back in '42. It expressed the feelings of many young men going into the armed forces. Let's hear from Guy and Rawl now.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Just remember that I've been true to nobody else but you. So just be true to me. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me.
Anyone else but you?
Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't go showing off all your charms in somebody else's arms. You must be true to me. I'm so afraid that the plans we made underneath the moonlit skies
Will fade away and you're bound to stray if the stars get in your eyes.
So don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. You're my L.O.V. I'm so afraid that the plans we made underneath the moonlit skies
Will fade away and you're bound to stray if the stars get in your eyes. The stars get in your eyes. So don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. You're my
The arranger we mentioned earlier also wrote original music for the Glen Miller Band. This Jerry Gray composition is typical of the Miller style, a string of pearls.
I'm sure Glenn Miller would have been very proud of that sound out of our Champagne music makers. A happy little song titled Elmer's Tune was a hit for Glenn Miller back in 1941. It featured Ray Eberly and the Modernaires. Our version features Dick Dale and Our Pretty Girls. And let's start with that wonderful Miller saxophone sound.
What makes a fella start thinking of falling in love? It's not the season, the reason is plain as the moon. It's just Elmer's tune. What makes a lady of 80 go out on the loose? Why does a gander meander in search of a goose? What put the kick in a chicken, the magic in June? It's just Elmer's tune. Listen, listen. There's a lot you're liable to be missing. Sing it, swing it, any old way and any old time.
The hurdy-gurdies, the birdies, the cop on the beat, the candy maker, the baker, the man on the street, the city charmer, the farmer, the man in the moon. All of Elmer's tune. Listen, listen. There's a lot you're liable to be missing. Sing it, swing it, any old way and any old time. The hurdy-gurdies, the birdies, the cop on the beat, the candy maker, the baker, the man on the street, the city charmer, the farmer, the man in the moon. All of Elmer's tune.
If you are age 50 to 80 and thought it would be difficult to buy life insurance at your age, then you should call now for free information about a life insurance policy that is designed especially for people age 50 to 80. Life insurance with no physical examination and no medical questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed regardless of your health. In fact, you cannot be turned down for any reason. And your premium will be $6.95 a month and will never increase. The Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company wants to send you this free information. So if you or someone you love is age 50 to 80, I urge you to call for it now before this offer comes to an end. Here's the number.
For free information in the mail, call 800-453-4100. This is a free call. 800-453-4100.
Seems like just yesterday we'd sit here Friday nights, wait up for our little girl to come home from a date. It's hard to believe she's married now with kids of her own.
Any night after 11 or weekends till 5 on Sunday, dial direct and visit up to 20 minutes with anyone in the country for $4.06 or less. Reach out and touch someone.
Well, I guess things haven't changed all that much. Every Friday night we still wait up for her.
It's your daughter.
We have a date of our own.
Metro Media News with Jackson Bain and Gloria Gibson. Twice as much news, a whole hour earlier. Weeknights at 10, here on Metro Media 5.
Like a chance to make $1 million from scratch? Scratch a new DC Instant Lottery ticket. It's the new game in town. Buy a $1 ticket, scratch off the symbols, and if any three match, you're a winner of up to $10,000 instantly. Or the chance to win $1 million. Play the DC Instant Lottery at hundreds of locations where you see this sign. The new DC Instant Lottery. Easy to play, easy to win.
Tex Benege was one of the stars of the Glen Miller Band with his singing and his saxophone. Here's a song Tex helped to make famous. Play hard, refresh our memories.
Okay. Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Track 29. Say, can you give me the time? I can afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo. Hey, I've got my fare, and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep her rolling. Whoa, whoa, Chattanooga, there you are. Hey, there's gonna be a certain party at the station. Ooh, satin lace, I used to call funny face. Now she's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roam. So Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Oh, Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. You know, I've heard that Glen Miller was a very fine gentleman, a fine musician, and he loved his work. And the next two performers I'd like to introduce now have a lot in common with him. Bob Ralston and Myron Florin team up to do a great old Glen Miller hit called Sunrise Serenade.
Thank you, Bob, and thanks, Clay, for that wonderful introduction. It's always a pleasure for me to introduce this next artist, ladies and gentlemen, not only because we share the same Scandinavian ancestry, but she's one of the most charming ladies on television, our lovely Champagne lady, Norma Zimmer.
to fill the night with a song. We'll hear the sound of violins out yonder where the blue begins. The moon will guide us as we go drifting along. Can't we sail away on a lazy daisy paddle over the rim of the hill? Can't we sail away on a little dream and settle high on the crest of a thrill? Let's build a stairway to the stars, a lovely stairway to the stars. It would be heaven to climb to heaven with you. It would be heaven to climb to heaven with you.
Here's a wonderful new sleep aid from Somonex called Somonex 2. It will get you to sleep a whole lot faster.
In clinical tests, we've just proved a new sleep aid can get you to sleep 38% faster. Announcing Formula 2 from Somonex. For the first time, Formula 2 is using diphenhydramine, preferred by 9 out of 10 doctors to any other sleep aid ingredient you can buy. New Formula 2 makes a troubled sleeper drowsy, gives you a better sleep, a deeper sleep, 38% faster than without it. New Formula 2, better sleep, 38% faster.
And now a word from our friends at International Playtex.
That's Jane Russell, starlet, full-figured then and full-figured now. And today we gals know how to keep our full figures looking pretty. Under the smoothest fashions, try the Playtex 18-hour seamless bra. Not a seam showing to spoil the smooth look. And the unique fabric that stretches for real support, real comfort in the 18-hour bra makes 18-hour girdles control comfortably. Try Playtex 18-hour bras and girdles. Full figures never look better.
Oh, I missed it. Folks, more memories and more of the Glen Miller Show coming up right away.
When you elected me Attorney General, I promised that the law would be a weapon against those who violate it and a shield for those who need it. I've kept that promise. I've forcefully prosecuted white-collar criminals, and I've insisted that the law protect those least able to protect themselves. That's why, in Maryland today, equal justice under law is not an empty phrase.
Steve Sachs, Democrat for Attorney General. He's making Maryland work better, just as he promised.
Something marvelous happened nearly 100 years ago. Bon-Ami, the famous chick with a French name. Bon-Ami, Bon-Ami, loving care for people who care about the nice things they own. 96 years old and hasn't scratched yet.
We're in San Francisco's world-famous Blue Fox restaurant to secretly replace the fine coffee they ordinarily serve with Folgers instant coffee crystals. Are Folgers dark, sparkling crystals rich enough to top off a world-famous dinner? Let's see.
It tasted really rich.
Hey, you can let us know so we can go out and buy it. It's Folgers Crystals.
I can't believe it, that it's an instant coffee.
It's very rich.
Folgers Crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
Different people have different kinds of coughs. A dry cough, a cough that keeps you awake, a cough with a stuffed-up nose. And some people have a combination of symptoms. That's why there are 4 different kinds of Robitussin. Each contains an expectorant to help loosen phlegm, one a cough suppressant to quiet coughs, one adds a decongestant to relieve stuffy nose. One combines all these relief actions. 4 different Robitussin cough medicines for different kinds of coughs. Which Robitussin should you take? Ask your doctor or pharmacist.
This is Metro Media 5, Washington, D.C.
Glen Miller recorded songs of all types, ballads, swing tunes, novelty songs, and even one song with a Spanish flavor. Anna Connie, this is your department.
Thank you.
Hablar, pregúntale si yo alguna vez te he dejado de adorar. Y al mar, espejo de mi corazón, las veces que me has visto llorar, la perfidia de tu amor. Buscado donde quiera que yo voy y no te puedo hallar. ¿Para qué quiero tus besos si tus labios no me quieren ya besar? Y tú, quién sabe por dónde andarás, quién sabe qué aventura tendrás, qué lejos estás de mí. Quién sabe qué aventura tendrás, qué lejos estás de mí.
That was nice. That was real nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Anna Connie. I know I've always had a reputation as a square, but I'll tell you a little secret. I've always enjoyed listening to good swing music. I guess that's why I like this next Glen Miller arrangement.
was great, George. Very good, fellas. And some very nice work with Henry Cuesta on clarinet, Russ Klein on the saxophone, and our own Bob Havens on trombone. Since we've been rehearsing and planning this show, a lot of us have really become Glenn Miller fans. And I, in particular, enjoyed listening to the vocalists. Here's a song that Ray Eberly had great success with. That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I'm certainly willing to swear that when you turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he tell we two were so in love? The whole wide world was upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square.
Now here's a word about a fine product, Sanka.
And cut! Print it. With my job, I can't afford to get tense from too much caffeine, so a friend told me something that made good sense.
Ah, got time for a coffee break?
Here he is. He told me about Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee.
I told him Sanka's 100% real coffee.
That is good.
And 97% caffeine-free.
That's even better.
Sanka decaffeinated coffee. Good coffee that makes good sense.
Now listen to this word from Oil of Olay.
My one wish for the future, to feel young forever. Of course, to feel younger, you must also look it. So I use Oil of Olay, and I'll never stop. Oil of Olay enlivens my skin, helps it look fresh and smooth, so it feels very soft. And I can feel younger, whatever my age.
Discover the secret of Oil of Olay. It can help you look younger, so you'll feel younger, too.
Our very popular two, Sam Narma-Simmer and Jimmy Roberts, recall another favorite from those Glenn Miller days.
Come with me where moonbeams light Tahitian skies, and the starlit waters linger in your eyes. Native hills are calling, to them we belong, and we'll cheer each other with a pagan love song.
Hey, fellas, I kind of like that last song. How about playing a couple of extra choruses and swing it a little with that Glen Miller sound?
Norma, Jim, and Arthur adding new life to an old Glen Miller favorite. You know, many people are interested in keeping alive the Glen Miller spirit and tradition. In fact, there's an organization called the Glen Miller Society of England with American branches, which was formed for just this purpose. And here's a song I think they'll enjoy. We're going to hear Joe Feeney with Bob Ralston at the organ.
There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after tomorrow when the world is free. The shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow when the world is free.
Thanks, Bob. Joe. Thank you.
Give your lips a little TLQ, tender loving quencher.
Lips love the pleasure of Lip Quencher lipstick. Tender moisturizers, loving colors. Quencher gives your lips the attention they deserve.
Give your lips a little TLQ.
And give your nails a little TLQ with the loving matching colors of Quencher nail glaze.
Tender loving quencher.
Whatever your income, tax bracket, or financial goals, you're headed in the right direction
at National Permanent. You can earn today's high interest for a short or long term, even with a small investment. You can earn big interest like money market rates without commissions or fees. You can make the most of your retirement dollars with National Permanent's IRA Plus plan and even earn interest on your checking. When it comes to your financial destination, get on the right track with National Permanent.
He looks just like you. Same eyes, same freckles, same ring around the collar. They both got ring around the collar.
Those dirty rings. Sprays and powders weren't good enough, so I tried Whisk. Whisk does a better job on ring around the collar. And Whisk goes on to get your whole wash clean.
Oh, Frank, but he looks just like you. Yeah, no more ring around the collar.
Whisk gets ring around the collar and your whole wash clean.
You are dead wrong.
We just told Mary Bradley if she's got cotton, she could do better for her family wash.
I know that this is the best fabric softener on the market.
Compare these all-cotton towels. One done in your fabric softener, the other in Final Touch fabric softener. Which is better?
They are soft, but this is the whitest. It's Final Touch. You win. Whiter is better.
For a soft, whiter wash, add the Final Touch.
I'm gonna buy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Netherton from Bloomington, Minnesota.
Summer, you old Indian summer, you're the tear that comes after June time's laughter. You see so many dreams that don't come true. Dreams we fashioned when summertime was new. You are here to watch over some heart that is broken by a word that somebody left unspoken. You're the ghost of a romance in June, going astray, fading too soon. That's why I say farewell to you, Indian summer. You're the ghost of a romance in June, going astray, fading too soon. That's why I say farewell to you, Indian summer.
And Tom, I might remind you that some of us older fellas in the band have a few eligible daughters. One of the big hits for the Glen Miller Band was the novelty song titled Jukebox Saturday Night. Remember?
To our heart's delight, dance to swing-a-roo quickies, Jukebox Saturday night. Goodman and Kaiser and Miller help to make things bright. Mixing hot licks with vanilla, Jukebox Saturday night.
They put nothing past us, me and Honeyland.
We just kept on dancing till they made us scramble. Dorsey, Jimmy Dorsey, and Artie Shaw.
Russ Morgan, Count Basie, and Harry James.
Freddie Martin, Les Brown,
And don't forget Lawrence Welk.
Jukebox Saturday night.
Lawrence Welk. How did he get in there? Now here's a word about Geritol with its special combination of potent amounts of iron and important vitamins.
Don't wait for someday. Geritol is for now.
It's been 10 years that Guy and I have been on Mr. Welk's show. 10 wonderful, busy years. But busy as I've been, I haven't put off taking good care of myself. Like taking a Geritol tablet every day to make sure I get enough iron and vitamins. Geritol is America's #1 iron and vitamin supplement. It's got more than twice the iron of any ordinary supplement and very important vitamins. Don't wait for someday. Geritol is for now.
Denture wearers, if you want a comfortable hold, listen to this message from Dentrol, the first liquid denture adhesive.
Denture wearers speak out about denture adhesives.
Hate them all. I love mine. What? Pastes are gooey and powders are gritty. Not my adhesive. I use Liquid Dentrol, the first liquid denture adhesive. A liquid? You bet. Dentrol is smooth without all that goo and grit, and it flows on in a thin stream that holds so comfortably you almost forget you're wearing dentures. Now what do you have to say? I'm in love with Liquid Dentrol denture adhesive for a comfortable hold.
I'm Pete Rose, and I'm convinced Grecian formula helps me play younger. Yeah, play younger. When I started getting gray, I felt sort of out of shape. Gray hair can sure change how a guy feels about himself. So I got some Grecian, real easy to use, and in a couple of weeks, no more gray.
Grecian formula. It does away with as much gray as you want, and the change is so natural looking, no one notices.
Whatever you do for a living, feeling and shape is important. Get started now. Enter Grecian's Shape Up Contest. Look for details at participating stores.
Friends, thanks for being with us. Next week, we'll bring you a musical memory from 1972, when we all took a wonderful, wonderful trip to Hawaii.
Maybe you know why such a cockeyed guy became the cockeyed mayor of County Cockeye. This is the moment of sweet aloha. Don't forget what we have taught you on the beach at Waikiki.
Please join us, keep a song in your heart, and may all your memories be happy. How do you like that, huh?
Merv makes the stars shine with fascinating conversation on The Merv Griffin Show, next on Metro Media 5. Coming weeknights at 6, it's family fun on One Day at a Time.
You really think you're hot stuff, don't you, Schneider?
The ladies in this building don't call me super for nothing.
That's One Day at a Time, coming to you Monday, September 27th on Metro Media 5, Washington, D.C.
Long ago, the Earl of Cardboard invented the box. The problem then became how to protect what goes inside them. Reed Plastics solved that problem with a whole line of shipping products that includes wrapping materials, beads, tapes, and dispensers, even 3M label protectors. If you're involved in shipping, our industrial supply specialist can show you a whole line of shipping products and convince you that Reed Plastics is the best thing to happen to shipping since the box.
Yes? Special delivery.
Hold it. I'm McGruff.